you know, you're going to retaliate either way. It's just about how that retaliation's done. The best form of retaliation is no retaliation. So either way, you're going to react to it. It's just how you react. And retaliation, revenge, getting one back, these are all reactions. And when it comes to the crunch, if you can't control your reactions, you're fucked. Doesn't matter where you are, who you're with, what you're doing, you're going to be eventually. Why? Because if you can't control your actions here, eventually you start losing control of your reactions all over the place. Whether it's verbal or psychological. Yes, Joe, hope you well, mate. So, you know, the reaction can be no action. So the best thing for DG Decor to do is don't react to the stalker, blank him, don't answer messages behind the scene, block his platforms. And what will happen with DG Decor and the stalker will find someone else to pick on. Hopefully he'll come back to me. You know, he'll leave DHB alone. He'll leave Corey alone. I stepped into the picture then. Since me, you don't fall to me just trying to spin your same hateful, poisonous narrative from 8 years ago because you're a wrong one. You know you can't quit me, doesn't matter how much you scream and shout, you can't cancel me out. You've been trying since your existence in my space. You can't do it. So you jump off me and go for the next person, DG Decor. Before here, you went through Sophie Bailey and a few others, but then you've come to DG Decor, and there's you sat on him. Now, the only way his mind comes off DG Decor is if he goes quiet towards him. Not come off screen, not bail, not like community offer relief. Completely blank him. Don't let him on your lives, don't message him behind the scenes. If he carries his threats out, it was his intentions anyway. Why are you engaging with him, making yourself more insecure, giving him more opportunities to drill you down? Block him out. And with people like him, he needs something to be obsessive about. He needs something to be on top of. He'll move, he'll come away from you and pounce onto someone within 2 weeks. When he's got no one else, he'll start picking on Holly. This is where it's going with you. I've been predicting it. When he's got no one else to pick on or deflect on or blame, he'll become the last person round him. That's Holly. Again, he'll ruin her and she'll stay away from him. And this is all down the line. Again, it's not me hating, it's the character you're dealing with. That's the character you've got. Characters take a long time to build up, you know. You can't just overturn them overnight. You know, you've got to strip all them layers of character building back and rebuild them so you're not being a dickhead no more. So his character is like 25 years in the making. And you know, the character, like everything, it doesn't get younger. It gets older. The intensity goes through its stages, doesn't it? You know, he's probably going to be pure intense hating on his women, and then when he gets to his 40s, he won't lay a hand on them no more. All this sort of stuff, that's what they do, innit? They go through a dirty cycle, don't they, them men? So the best thing to do really is just not react to them. It's the reactions that's keeping them relevant. If DHB would have got his windows smashed, got all this shit, and then just blocked him, never mentioned him again, people would have formed a completely different opinion of DHB than the one that they got now. Corey, if he would have blocked him, not engaged with him, not given him a live feed so he can still make his dough, bang. Now he'd only have a few people to do it live with, wouldn't he? DG Decore's one of them. So if DG Decore cuts him off, you're not wanted in here, it's in my space no more. Don't give a threat. I'm not taking these threats towards me and my child like I'm some idiot. Don't follow me. Don't come in my life. Don't. This is what they all need to do. And then you'll isolate them the way he's trying to isolate every other. Let him isolate us. Why? Because you're his support. Without DHB, Corey, the Lucifangi or DG engaging with him, who's he doing lives with? Dave. What if Dave done the same? And then, who's he doing lives with? What has he got to project to us without these individuals to pick on? Me. Doesn't really pick on me. You know, he's obsessed with me. He's just got a sick, deep relationship with me that I'm not aware of. Do you understand what I'm saying? So what you do, you just isolate him. You don't like him, obviously he's threatening your family, cut him off. It's simple as that. Simple as that, lad. He hasn't got a big community on here. He's got a community back there. That's different than on here. A community on here is me, Trucker G, DG Decor, a few others, all coming on here every night in a box, all screaming, having a buzz, buzzing, setting things up to get shit done, you know, productive, constructive, happy. That's a community on here. Not my people that are watching me now. That's not a community. It's a difference. A community when people are engaging with each other, speaking to each other, bouncing off each other every night. And then you've got an audience that's watching the community. And so like, it's like a football pitch. You'll have the main players, then you'll have an audience. If you cut him out of the main players, he doesn't have an audience. While he's got an audience, he can go on to intimidate people, commit crime, stay on his toes and neglect his children for being on his toes. And the rest of it. Again, the best reaction to that is no reaction. DG Decor, get on with your thing. Corey, get on with your thing, cut him out like you would any. Use lads, use creators. If you had someone in your inner circle, poisonous, creating bad vibes, damaging your phone, you know, just do not, you'd remove them instantly. Instantly you'd remove them. Regardless of what he was or who he was, you'd avoid it, wouldn't you? It's the same in this virtual world. The best way to deal with it like that is avoid it. Not because you're scared, not because of this, that and the other. It's because of the shit he's said and the shit he's done towards you and your family. That's more than enough for you to say with justification in anyone's mind, I don't want to engage with you no more. You've made me worried. You've done this. He's not apologising. He's sitting there like, you're at fault and you've done the apology when it's him that's being the criminal. It's him that's done the intimidation. It's him that's smashed the houses up. It's him that's flashing firearms. It's him that's dealing drugs. Do you understand what I'm saying with you? You, as a family man, a family lad, someone who's in a relationship, anyone who's, you're all within your right to say to that criminal, I don't even want to engage with you. I don't want you on me live. I don't want messages off you. I'm going to block all your accounts. Please don't try and come in. Leave me alone. You've hindered my life here. and just shut it down like that. If he continues to pick on you, well then you're showing that you've made the right decision. You're showing. He'll come out, he'll have his little angry and then he'll move on. Then you can get back on with creating. You can get back on with influencing people instead of being caught up in a negative, dirty triangle with a gangster. But you can tell them that if even they're caught up on the same shit. You know, when they're sitting there getting victimised on a live with him, all their people are gifting them. So it's like a money thing with them all. So it's just I'm glad I'm a part of it, and I shouldn't be. I don't get thousands watching me. I haven't got big audiences. I'm not getting gifted all sorts. So why am I in the middle of all them? That's them. They've got all that, haven't they? They've got all the people watching. They've got all the gifts going to them. They're in there. Why am I in there trying to protect these people that have come at me? Why am I here trying to say to these people who've all come at me? All them have came at me, you know. Do you know how many times that Angie's tried to get in my life in the last week? We all know what that is, don't we? We all know why Angie is trying her hardest to get in my life feed. She never comes in here. So we knew her intentions there. So why am I in there trying to say? Weird, isn't it? But this is what you're caught up with on TikTok. Everyone's lost a little marbles, haven't they? You see, what you've got to understand, and I identified this years ago, it's not all, I've noticed it a few times, and when I was on here, because I've got that criminal mind, I knew it's perfect for laundering money, this perfect. I knew that straight away. If you've got criminal gains and you're willing to lose a little 30% of it, this is the best app. So when he's got people gifting him, it's not all women with dogs. Do you get what I'm saying to you? When you've got Tintin coming over and off again, what'll be happening is you'll have someone who's got accounts and you won't know who they are, but there'll be massive gifters on this platform and they'll come in, gift them. You might get a weekend where he's just started from pure universes and all this and you go, wow, we smashed it tonight, made so much. But that's them willing to put 10 bags in his account over the weekend and lose 4 of it. As long as they've got 6 bags legit at the other end, happy days for them. Do you understand what I mean? So if they can push 100 grand through his accounts in 6 months, yeah, and lose 40 bags of it, but at the other end get 60 bags legit, trust me, it's gold dust for drug dealers. And this is what we do with them. And this is ongoing all over the place, this. And it can be for little bits. You might have that drug dealer making £1,000, but he's giving it to his sister to gift him. You know, he's losing 4 ton, but he's got 6 ton legit in a bank. And if you get 100 6 tons legit in a bank, well then you've got a lump sum to put into that legitimate business. That's how it works. He's also got a place to say where he's got his money from. I earn it off TikTok. I earn it off TikTok. You know, if it all comes bang on. But that's been happening for a couple of years now. Why? Because I put people on it. I put people on it, mate. It's what the mafia do with businesses. DG money laundering, I got blocked for calling it out. You know, what DG and all that's done, you know, it might be, but it's out it. But what they've always done, they've monopolised the top 3, top 4 spaces, all that crowd. And when you don't think they're talking to each other behind the scenes, they are. You know, they monopolise the top 3 spaces. So for example, you might have DG the core and 3 other men that are on the app, who smash it on the app. But they sat down and said to themselves, I know, us 3 will get you to the number 1 spot as many times as we can, and we'll split the dough. So now when you're going in with DG the core and he's getting universe after universe after universe, it's them 3 rich influencers off TikTok sitting back going, waking up Monday morning with a bag of sand in the pocket, bag of sand profit. They all might have gifted him £500 each for him to get to the number 1 spot, but they've got the profit the next morning, you know, every week, every month. It's happening. And that's been happening for ages on there. Sometimes you'll have that other group willing to put more gifts in it, so their one will get to number 1, but it might be this group more, but this group more, and it's the same sort of setup to manipulate the system at the top of the thing, so you get the biggest prizes and you win. And what they always do is they'll sit there, and as soon as the reset battle starts, they'll gift massive, so their creators go and get a run, and then they just remain consistent then, and then all the other gifters will do their part and just keep it going. And then near the end, when it's final battle, they'll look at the others 2, 3 and go, we need to go in because we've invested this much all week, we can't lose that investment, so we might as well go in. Even if we get £100 profit, we still haven't lost that £3,000 we've gifted this week. So it's just one of them things, all of them. So when you're at Gen Z, you know, going to number 1, you're thinking, how the fuck? When you had CLA getting to number 1 all the time, I'm thinking, how the fuck? It's the same setup. A group of people making big money on the back of one. Still happens now, lads. Look at them. Look at your top 3 spaces on your TikTok when it comes to the things. And who are they? They're doing the same thing. Not the proper creators with 1.2 millions and followers, and they don't even do that match stuff anymore, do they? Come on every so often drunk and go, yay. But they tap into the business side, don't they? It's only these, if you look at the people that are presenting themselves as legitimate, but when they come off camera they're still mixing with the criminal mates. They mightn't be committing crime, they mightn't be dealing drugs, but they're sat there amongst the mentality and the psychology of it all. Which, at the end of the day, just because you're not selling drugs doesn't mean you're not behaving like a drug dealer. Get what I'm saying? And if you look at the top 1, 2, 3 and look at the background of them, you'll see, oh, he's a reformed criminal, he was an armed robber, he was a drug dealer, he was this, he was that. And it's them people that seem to be monopolising the top 3 or the top spots or something. Like, it's always them type of people. If it's not, you know, your normal influencers. Never normally is your normal influencers, right? Because normal people haven't really got that amount of dough to just throw out. Anyway, that's something to look at, isn't it? You got Weebies saying they earn on content. Yeah, because they create boss content, don't they? Yeah, Sam Walker's put boss content out, hasn't he? Defo. This isn't content creating, people. You're not a content creator sitting here. Now, if you were sitting here speaking on things that was important in life, well then you are. But if you're just sitting here talking about bullshit, like I am now, this isn't creating. You know, if I'm getting interviewed and getting some troubled questions fired at me, well then that's content. That's content creating. So when DG's on here asking me questions, that's content. But if DG was on here dressed as a woman and I'm ripping him, that's not content. You know, there's no effort there. Always dressed up. Anyone can dress up. I can go into my wardrobe, put a shit coat on, shit on, sit here and go, no then. That's not creating. That's not creative at all. It's like you're walking out the door. You can make a lot of money when you're creating properly. If you know what to do, edit and create, you can work for yourself and others. You can tap into it. It's a good place to be if you know what you're doing. A lot of people don't really... Oh, turn this cunt off. All you need more than that, you fan pot. Yes, Danielle. You should watch people, judge their integrity. What's coming out the mouth? 3 or 4 years ahead of this. But because he pops up, entangles himself in the energy in my space, keeps me here in the little dirty setup that we're in now. The only way I can move on from this is when them other influences isolate them and crumble. While they're still giving them safety nets, every one of them are being intimidated, every one of them being shut. But they're his safety nets. Every time he gets shut down, Dave, Corey, Andy, spread me new profile. You know, if they didn't spread his new profile, it'd be done. Ta-ra. But they're giving them the safety net. And the more they're giving them the safety net, the more people think, oh, it'll pass. This shit doesn't pass. When you're a secure person, spiritually, and that has been shattered by a criminal act which has created a victim state of mind, it doesn't recover. It takes time. And if you're engaging with the same who's created it, you're never recovering from it. You're getting worse from it. Why? Because he's always got the influence to tell you what to do. And you can't be yourself. So if you're on live with him, any one of you, and you want to be honest, you can't. Because you're intimidated about what he's going to do behind the scenes. This isn't good for you, no matter how you look at it. It's not good for you. Shut him off. Don't give him the safety nets that he relies on from you. Use it as victims. These are not friends. These are not associates. These are his victims. And when he needs you, he's calling on you. And when he calls on you, you're running there shit scared. Why? Because you're intimidated. You're psychologically intimidated. Some of you are physically and psychologically intimidated. Why? Because you've had your house smashed up. So he's got people who are extra petrified. Why? Because the windows in their houses have been smashed up. So they're still sat there, every little noise. And then you've got people like DG, who's psychologically intimidated. Why? Because he's witnessed DHB get his house smashed up. He's witnessed Corey get his family life up. DG has witnessed this. And now he's getting threatened. Do you want your house like DHB's? Do you want your house like Corey's? This is just pure bullying and intimidation from a dirty, dying rat. End of. Why can't you see? Why am I the only one who's seeing this? Am I the only one who's allowed to speak on it? Am I the only one who's brave enough to tell you exactly how it is and he can't do shit about it but running his mouth off? Yeah, that's why I do it. I can't sit there watching these kids get bullied, because that's what it is. And I'm not this kid who says who can bully and who can't bully. But look at all these sites that's gone the last year. these big hard cases from Manchester screaming about you bullying him, I'm going to tell you how it is, you twit. You've even had him and them coming out bigging this up. Here we are 6 months later. He's got a long list of victims. Where are these? Why aren't you coming out screaming at that bullying bastard that's bullying 6 people in the last 3 months? So understand it, as I say, I'm not here to be judge and jury. I just know what I'm looking at. And if I was in a room and I seen a kid going around the room bullying people, trust me, he'd be placed in hospital. Not just by me, there'd be many people in this room that are going. There's many people out there now that are looking at him doing what he's doing thinking, scumbag. Do you understand? Not everyone loves criminals like TikTok does, mate. Oh, he's jealous. Jealous of what? What's there to be jealous of? You know, when you've had everything, you can't be jealous of anything, you know. Honest. When you've done everything, had anything, you can't be jealous of nothing. It's simple as that. And this isn't being big-headed. You know, he's still buzzing, he's got a watch. Had them watches in 2000. Had your Rolexes. Had all that bullshit. Had your S3, your S4, your R1, Subaru, up the path at once. We've had all that bullshit. It's nothing. You know, again, I'm not being big-headed, but I was a millionaire at 24. Think about it. A millionaire off the streets at 24. No one else was on that page, mate. Obviously, I'm not now. You go to jail, it all goes. Your loved ones rob you for it. But you've had the experience. You know. If you've had it, you can speak about it. If you've been in it, you can explain it better. If you came away from it, you can tell people why you came away from it. The only thing that's good in that world is the money. Everything else around it breaks down. Yeah, you can keep on getting your wage every week. You can keep on making your dough off you. But that bird's off. Your mind gone to bits on you. Half your mates have shit on you along the way. Why? Because they owed you 5 ton. And because they couldn't pay you 5 ton, you off. It was your mate for 20 years. But the money's got you. So everything else crumbles around you and your money. Eventually. And then you realise that the money's nothing when you've got no one to spend it with. There's only one real way to spend. There's only one real way to spend in this universe. And that's spending time with each other. That's what you should be spending shit on. Spending your time with other people. If you've got family, say family. Some haven't got families. Some have got friends who they consider to be families. Some haven't got friends. They've just got the Spirit of Christ. Even when you make a wish, you don't put much effort into it, do you? I've just felt like I put real effort into a wish for the first time. A normal wish is, I wish you had this. Close your eyes and wish. Visualise what you're wishing for. Put the image in your mind. You can create images in your mind. If you can see that image, it can come true. I've had the same wish for ages, but I've never really wished for it right, I don't think. So what I started doing, I've always wanted a house with my family home on a hill, middle of nowhere. So when you're lying there on your prison bed as a kid, the image came from being in the back of a sweatbox. You know, driving around the country as a kid. And as you're going down these country lanes, you'll just see a farmer's house up on the corner. Smoke coming out the chimney. I always used to just think, I wish I had a family home like that. And it stuck with me. So you'd lie there on your bed and close your eyes and just think about this house. And it'd all be dark. You wouldn't see shit. You keep your eyes, keep thinking, and what appears is like a silhouette of light. So it'll start with like a light stream, and then the next time you do it, visualise again. It goes from the light here to a light here. And then the next night you'll try again, but nothing will happen. Next night you'll try again. That light, now got another light. And the more you're doing it, eventually you've got a full silhouette of light. It's like a dark background and light of a house. But you're still doing it. And what happens is, where am I? There's now colour, detail, a sun, a little bird. And this is what's happening in the mind as you're going along. And once that is complete, comes into reality. That's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm believing in. Honest, give it a go. Try it. When you're seeing the light, that's when it's working. And I think that's what, when you see the light, I think that's what it really means. I think I've just told you the secret that I shouldn't have told you. Just got dead emotional. Try and do that visualisation I've just told you, and you'll see the light. Once you see the light, it'll start forming the image that you desire. Give it a go, mate. works, I hope. If it doesn't, anyway, keep it real, people. As always, stay blessed. Time for me to go, I think. See you tomorrow.